Al Jazeera Podcasts.
I'm Marta van der Wolf, and this is The Take. As Israel's war on Gaza continues, we're coming to you on Sundays with a weekly roundup. This week, 165 days into a ceasefire, Israel has killed at least 658 Palestinians in Gaza. Iranian missiles hit central Israel. US bombs critical Iranian oil facility. Israel continues to carry out strikes on Gaza. Today's Sunday, March 15. Israel has killed at least 72,234 Palestinians in Gaza since October 7, 2023. Israel and the United States continue to strike Iran in what is now the third week of the war. More than 1,400 people were killed in Iran. At least 15 were killed in Israel, and 11 US soldiers were lost. Al Jazeera's Nida Ibrahim reports from the occupied West Bank that Iranian retaliatory strikes hit central Israel on Sunday.
5 barrages of Iranian-fired missiles have been fired into Israel at least since midnight. Now, that's not to mention that Hezbollah has also fired rockets into Israel around the same time. This has made the sirens trigger almost non-stop, making it yet another sleepless night for millions of Israelis. Now, these Hezbollah rockets mostly have been fired into northern Israel, but there's one which has been causing a lot of concern in Israel that was directed, a long-range one that was directed towards central Israel.
US President Donald Trump announced on Friday night that US forces bombed military installations on Kark Island. The island is the export terminal for 90% of Iran's oil shipments. But Trump pointed out he decided to spare the island's oil infrastructure for now. Al Jazeera's Tawhid Asadi has more from Tehran.
Talking about an island which is a critically significant geostrategic choke point, specifically when it comes to the oil exports of the country, and the fact that it is now being targeted, even though they are saying that this is just the defense and military facilities being targeted, by itself means a lot for Iran in terms of its oil export, in terms of infrastructures related to oil facilities. We are dealing with the continuation of airstrikes across the country, not just in the island Kark, but also in other cities, in Tabriz, in Isfahan, in Kerman province, in Ilan province, and here across the Iranian capital Tehran, we witness the continuation of these airstrikes.
More than 826 people have been killed in Lebanon, and over 830,000 have been displaced as Israel continues to strike Lebanon. On Wednesday, a residential building was hit in Beirut by Israeli missiles. Al Jazeera's Zaina Khodor has more from Beirut.
A precision strike. That is how the Israeli military describes these attacks as it continues its campaign against Hezbollah and its allies. More often than not, the impact is felt by civilians. Families were asleep when the missiles came in. The explosions caused damage throughout the neighborhood, worsening conditions for an already poor society. Yet another traumatic incident for a population still reeling from multiple crises in recent years.
Israel continues to carry out strikes on Gaza despite the October ceasefire. On Tuesday, 6 Palestinians, including 3 children, were killed in Israeli strikes across Gaza. Shelters for displaced people were among the targets. Al Jazeera's Ibrahim Al-Khalili reports from central Gaza.
Nearly 5 months since the U.S. brokered ceasefire took hold, families here say the tents that once served as their only refuge have now turned into sites of attacks. For many displaced Palestinians, there are few places left to seek refuge as Israeli forces continue to violate the ceasefire across Gaza.
Iraq announced it's halting oil terminal operations after an attack on 2 foreign fuel tankers in Al-Fa port on Thursday. Iraqi officials accused an Iranian boat filled with explosives for the attack that killed 1 crew member. Mahmoud Abdelwahad has more from Baghdad.
Rescue teams, Iraqi rescue teams, managed to rescue 38 members of the crew members of the 2 ships. 1 is confirmed dead. Now, these 2 tankers, as you know, that they were hit after threats from Iran to target foreign vessels that do not comply with their conditions, with Iranian conditions. Now, you know that after this operation, oil operations have been halted in Iraq, and since the beginning, you know, it's already an overstretched sector in Iraq. Since the beginning of the conflict, Iraq has decreased its oil production from 3,300,000 barrels a day to only less than 1 million barrels a day. And a country like Iraq relying on oil revenues for more than 90% of its budget, then this is a major blow to the country's economy.
And that's the take for Sunday, March 15. Please join us again tomorrow. This episode was produced by me, Marta van der Wolf. Our sound designer is Alex Roldan, and Alexandra Locke is the Take's executive producer.